Hi, kindergarten through fifth grade leaders. We're preparing for April 4th, Easter Sunday, as we are finishing up our series, Because He Lives. In this series, we've been looking at all of the events of Holy Week that led to Jesus' resurrection and what we get to celebrate together today. Our story today is going to be Jesus' resurrection and the 3 days that it took for Jesus to rise again, the reaction of Mary and the disciples as Jesus meets them after his resurrection and tells them to go and tell others about what has happened. And so today in your small groups, you're going to get the chance to share the gospel and to help equip kids with a way that they can share the gospel and what they have learned about Jesus through this entire series. Before you get there, though, you have some fun activities to play with together with your kids. You have an egg full of a treat, and you have a script here. This is the Easter story from beginning to end. And when you say the word right, you're going to have the kids gather around in a circle. When you say the word right, they're going to pass the egg to the right. If you say the word left, they're going to pass the egg to the left. Encourage them not to open the egg until the game is done. Before you start the game, you can decide if the contents in the egg will go to everybody or just the winner of the game. There is plenty in there for every person to have one object that is in there as a prize, or you can just give it to the person that is the winner, and they can decide what they do. The other activity that you have to do as a social activity, you have some bunny feet that are going to mark the ground so that you can set up your bunny ear toss. It's a ring toss, and I know it's meant to be worn on the head, but we're going to leave it on the floor so that we don't mess it up quite as much, because I know with so many hands touching these might not last for very long. So if you'll just set it on the floor and the kids can toss the rings there, and you can make whatever rules you want to for that. If you don't use your prizes for the right-left game, you could use them for the ring toss if you would like to. And then you can watch your video on Roku or DVD, whichever you're used to doing within your small group, and play some worship songs if you'd like to as a part of that time. After that is all done, you have a couple different things in your small group. You have a paper that looks like this. You also have a bag of tapes that you will share amongst the kids. Our kindergarten through second graders will have an egg that looks like this. Our third through fifth graders will have an egg that looks like this. These are their prizes that they can take home at the end of the day. They can open it if they'd like to. You can also encourage them not to open it because they don't need it for this activity. What you're going to do is essentially share with kids why Jesus had to go through everything that he had to go through. That because of sin, we are separated from God. And so have kids tear their paper down the middle. And because of sin, because of Adam and Eve's sin in the garden, and because of our sin every single day, we are separated from God. And so we needed a way to bring us back to God and to make us right with him. And that right thing was Jesus, and Jesus being sacrificed on the cross in the way that he was sacrificed. So give each kid 2 pieces of tape. What they're going to do is put it on their paper down where they tore their paper into to make a cross as a way to share with kids the reason that Jesus had to die on the cross was to bring us closer to God again, and that only the cross could fix this divide between us. And because of that, Jesus rose in 3 days to show that he had victory over death. The difference between Jesus and any other world religion leader is he's the only resurrected Savior. He is the only one who anyone can claim came back to life. And there is historical evidence that he was able to, that actually happened. And there is not for any other of our world religions or not so world religions, man-made religions. All of those saviors are not resurrected, and so we can celebrate and know that Jesus is the only one. We can believe in this because Jesus is the only one that has been a part of. You also have, as a part of your small group, a way to share the gospel. And what I would hope kids would do as they take their prize out of their egg is they would use that or wear that as a reminder of a way that they could be reminded of Jesus's death and resurrection for them. But also, as they wear this, and you can help prepare them depending upon your group of kiddos. If this is a bunch of new kids, then they may not be able to do this yet, but you can practice with them and help them find a way, either through your paper that you used for your group today, or through this Easter story page, as a way to share the gospel with someone else. What we know is that Jesus commands us that once you believe, it is every person's responsibility, not just the church's responsibility. It is every person who believes in Jesus' responsibility to share with other people that they believe in Jesus and why they believe in Jesus. The Bible tells us to be able to be ready to defend our faith and to be able to describe that to someone else. And it honestly is a command. And so we want to prepare kids to be able to have those conversations with others, in fact, even with their family members. You can do your key passage activity. If you have a bunch of new kids today, I don't encourage you to do that activity today. Help concentrate on this Bible story. You're probably going to have a very excited group of kids. They're excited about Easter. They're excited about all the candy they're about to get. And so enjoy that enthusiasm and have fun together. Thank you so much for leading. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys soon.